Hey everyone, this is Dr. Sandy, and today we are going to be talking about the top 7 natural tips to help you feel better if you are dealing with headaches and migraines. So that is the topic. My name is Dr. Sandy, practicing chiropractic over 20 years. Let's just jump into it. So when we are talking about headaches, migraines in my opinion are a way more intense form of having headaches. And if we look at this human spine, basically what we're focusing on is yes, it can show up in the temples, it can show up in the front, the top, even in the back of the head. There's different zones it can show up, but what can have a huge influence on that is this top portion of the spine. So this one over here in violet, that if you look, these nerves, these vessels are surrounding the skull. And if any of these areas get misaligned or shifted and they compress a nerve, it can affect function of those nerves. And now we're learning more and more in the research that this function can even affect how the brain is working. So what does that mean? So obviously with headaches and migraines, and as I share that information with you, there is a spectrum. So there can be some people who might get a headache, very mild. If they take a nap, it's gone, and it's like, once or twice a year. So to me, I think that's something someone can live with. It's not a big deal. And they'll probably chalk it up to something like, I probably didn't get enough sleep. Maybe it's something I ate or didn't eat. So those are very mild, but then you can have those extreme cases. And I think this would fall more into a category of like a migraine, but now we're talking like a good portion of the day is gone. They may be throwing up, sensitive to light, massive impact. And sometimes it may be several days till they recover. So it's usually stronger intensity, really affecting quality of life. It might be high frequency. I've met people where they're having migraines are kind of like a weekly thing. And I think to me, that's a huge concern. That's a red flag. So let's jump into this and look at different ways we can handle headaches or migraines and just, keep ourselves healthy and get through these things. So number one, if I can give you one tip when it talks to health, when it talks to the nervous system, when it talks to the spine, it's learning how to manage your stress. I can't tell you, especially in cases where someone's like, I really didn't have an injury, there's been no trauma, my diet's pretty good, I take care of myself. If they're kind of like, I don't know where this is coming from, there's a good chance stress may be playing a role. Stress can show up with feeling overwhelmed. Maybe we're just busy. Something's bothering us. It could be about us. It could be about a family member, someone we care about. It could be about the past. It could be about the future. And I generally think as human beings, we generally have a certain level of worry and things that bother us. I think that's just part of the makeup. But the good thing is that if we can learn ways to manage this, it's another tool that will help you headaches and migraines that maybe even prevent them. Maybe if they show up, they won't be as bad. So I would definitely encourage something natural we can do would be things like meditation, prayer, deep breathing exercise, even listening to like nature sounds, which I'm a big fan of. I like to get up early in the morning. I go to YouTube and I'll type in like nature sounds or like water sounds, actually, more specifically, and just listening to that water. I think as human beings, we should be connected to nature, and I'm using technology to connect to nature, but finding ways to relax, finding ways to manage your stress. Because I'm going to be honest, living on this planet, if you have family and friends, the economy, the world, all these kind of things, there are always going to be things that maybe stress us out. So to say we'll never have stress, I don't think that exists, but I think we have to learn how to manage stress. So the prayer, the meditation, maybe journaling, listening to music, reading a book, whatever works for you, you have to make a ritual for it. You have to dedicate time for it. And I would even say that I'm sharing these tools with you, but let's be even proactive and maybe saying, okay, I know Dr. Sandy said manage my stress. That'll help with headaches and migraines. So I'm going to start doing this. But wouldn't it be nice if you, even if you have no headaches and migraines, if you're meditating, praying, taking time for yourself, sometimes that's maybe all what it is just planning your day, scheduling things, learning to say no to people, right? These are all things we can start to do to manage stress better. So let's start with managing our stress, which will obviously help with headaches and migraines, but that's a huge category. That's something I'm always going to talk about because it really affects the spine, it really affects the nerve system, and it's something we should really respect. We have to make time for ourselves, take care of ourselves, so we have better health, and then we can actually take care of the people we love. So I would say that's the top thing to help with headaches and migraines long term. Another thing you have to look at is your sleep schedule. Are you getting enough sleep? What is the quality of your sleep like? I know some people have a philosophy that I'm going to work hard, I'll try to catch up on the weekend. I don't recommend that. Obviously, having regular sleep is another positive for headaches and migraines. And it's just, we have to look at sleep differently. I tend to be a bit of a night owl. I think on my days off, if I know the next day I'm off, I do like to stay up a bit late. But just learning that sleep is critical. It's a reset. It's when the body repairs itself. Honoring sleep. Are we getting the best quality sleep? Is the room we're in comfortable temperature wise? Is it dark enough? Is it too dark? Is it, too light? Whatever. You have to customize. So I'm going to give you these principles, but see what works for you. Even for sleep, I think there's different amounts for different people. What's going on in your life? Do you have a lot going on? You need more sleep. Maybe you're someone who doesn't need as much. There's no magic number for every single person, but I think it's customized. I think every person has their own magic number, and you can't say this one number is for everyone. So, but having enough sleep, when you get enough sleep, when you start to get up naturally without an alarm, you probably had enough sleep. So see where you're at, but if you can honor sleep, this will help headaches and migraines. The next thing I would say is, are you drinking enough water? Water is critical for human function. It's obviously good for the brain, it's good for the spine, it's good for the nervous system. So making sure you're drinking pure water throughout the day. Let's be honest, you're probably going to drink some other stuff as well, but just making sure that the main thing that you're drinking is pure water would be a great place to start. Again, going to help the body, but it's going to help with headaches and migraines. Another thing kind of related to that on the opposite side, I would say if you can, and see where you are on this, but I would take baby steps. Try to avoid alcohol, caffeine. These things really play with the body chemistry. They cause certain structures to tighten, and there's certain things it does to the body. So it's just, again, playing with the natural chemistry of the body. So I would say make an effort to start baby steps, taking action to reduce alcohol, reduce caffeine. Long term, this will help you. Short term, as you reduce caffeine, it may be challenging. So maybe go from, if you're 3 cups a day, I would not go to 0. I don't recommend that. It'll probably be a shock to your system, especially if you've been drinking a lot. So I would say maybe from 3 cups, try 2.5, maybe 2. Look at decaf products, look at herbal teas, look at hot milk, different options out there. But start getting away from caffeine. Baby steps, start cutting down alcohol. It's just going to be good for your health. It'll definitely be good for brain health, and it can help with headaches and migraines. The other thing I would suggest as well is that, are you eating quality food on a regular basis? Now, again, see what works for you. A lot of people right now are into intermittent fasting. If you're happy with that system, great. What I would say to you is, I'm a big fan of eating small quality, but frequently throughout the day. But I find I just feel better that way. If I have a long gap, I don't feel good. I might feel tired, may even affect my mood. I like to eat on a regular basis, high quality items, but just eating regularly to fuel my body, because my body needs obviously fuel to run throughout the day. So look at your eating schedule. Are you missing breakfast? Are you eating, lunch? You're having these wide gaps between meals, no snacks. Again, if you're happy, that's up to you, but I could see in certain cases this may trigger headaches and migraines. So you may want to evaluate your frequency of eating and the quality of eating as well. Another thing, human body, it is designed to move. So you got to ask yourself a question: are you moving? And again, it's a spectrum. So if you're watching this video and you've never done anything, start with some stretches, start with walking. You need to move. A lot of people are on their computer with their profession. They go home, they're on their computer, they're on their phone. We are sitting more than ever, and we need to move. So making sure you start with stretches, maybe walking. If you're more active, are you going to the gym enough? See what works for you, see what's comfortable, see what's convenient. It's great to have this great ambitious list of, every day I'll go to the gym at like 5 a.m., 1 hour workout, do all this stuff. Is it even sustainable? Maybe you need to start with working out in your house for 15 minutes after work. I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone, but some kind of movement. Again, as I film this, I'm so grateful. It's a sunny day in Canada, Ontario. So, people are going to be more inclined to go out, and that's easy when the weather's good. But my challenge to you, if you live somewhere where the weather's not so good, what do you do? Like, do you have a plan? Like, if it's snowing, it's raining, it's windy, whatever it looks like, what's your backup plan? Can you work out in your house or something? So you have to move on a daily basis for the rest of your life. You should be moving. The body gets regenerated, it makes it better. You need to move, there's no compromise. And again, this will help also with headaches and migraines. Another thing as well is technology now. We need to take breaks from computers. I already mentioned the sitting part, but just looking at a screen all day, in certain people can trigger headaches and migraines. So are you taking breaks? Giving your eyes rest? We are doing so many things the human body was not designed for, and then we're seeing all these health problems. So let's address it. So let's say you've kind of looked at everything here: the stress, the sleep, the hydration, avoiding alcohol, caffeine, eating regularly, you're moving, and you're taking a break from computer, you're doing all these things, and you're still having headaches and migraines. I would highly recommend reach out to us if you have any questions. We're here to help. As a chiropractor, I do see people with headaches and migraines. We do help a lot of people with those challenges. So reach out to us if you've tried everything and you're still kind of frustrated. Reach out to us. My phone number is 905-896-3393. And maybe, you know what, just even call us if you have a question. So it's 905-896-3393. Call us, text us. If you need more information, go to gopowerflow.com. Learn about chiropractic, with the way we take care of our patients. I've been doing this for over 20 years, as I've said, and I feel so happy because headaches and migraines, it can really affect people's quality of life. It affects your life. It's hard to be the best parent. It's hard to be the best spouse. It can affect you professionally. It can affect you on so many levels. And I think the biggest thing I've seen is when you don't feel your best, it affects your confidence. And I want to build people's confidence authentically. I want them to be the best version of themselves, naturally working with the body. And this is going to sound a little different, but I truly believe the symptom is the body's cry for help. And it might be, you're not doing something right, but the body is saying it needs help. And if we can work with the body, support the body, I think the body can recover and really operate at a very high level. And health, you can have a lot of money, you can have great family and stuff, which you should have, but you have to have your health. If you don't have your health, I think life can be very tough. It can really affect your mood for sure. It affects quality of life, and there's a better natural way. And another thing I would say is that if you have any health issue, take action as soon as possible. Don't wait till it gets really bad, and then you're getting some recovery. It might be partial recovery, you may not get a full recovery. So take action, take care of yourself. Always look for natural solutions. Try to go natural, and just take care of the body, because you'll have the best life possible and you deserve it. So again, reach out to us with any questions you have. 905-896-3393. We're here to help. Call, text us. The website, gopowerflow.com. And if you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything and you know someone with headaches and migraines, please share the video. Please like, subscribe if you're enjoying the information. But we're here to serve. God bless you.